up, down, up, down. So it's like you're doing a single-footed elevate. So you come up. You don't have to go very high because it's a very calf-intensive move. Up, down, up, down, up, down. So as you're doing this, the foot where the toes are digging into the ground, you want to let that motion come up to your hip. Let it come up to the hip. So up, down, up, down. It's a little bit cold this way. Well, you're trying to cover some of my skin. Up, down, up, down. So really smush those toes. Press those toes into the ground, and also use your obliques, use the muscle here to bring that hip up. And if you can, do a very slight backward C, a very small, smooth curve in, right? And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3. I love this move because to me it looks really feminine, and there's a lot of nuances that you can add to it. It depends on what your hands are, what direction you're going in, right? You can add a little bit of a, like, you know, a look. So we're just gonna be facing the front with this one. So we do 1, 2, 3, 4. So we only do 2, 1 right, 1 left, and then we do our friend, the hip circle step. When you're doing your circles, I recommend that you push your hips out to one side. You see how far over my hips are, over my point of support, over my feet, and then the other side, and this side, and this side. It doesn't matter which side you're going to, you will obviously need to do both sides, right? Okay, then you do front back, and I'll show you diagonal so you can see. I push my hips forward. I'm pretty relaxed throughout, but I do push my pelvis to the front. And then when I bring it back, now this is the only time where, like, the front is very relaxed, but when I pull back to the, you know, to here, I need to use my lower abs. I need to pull them in slightly, or else it'll go like this, right? My tailbone, maybe not so exaggerated, but it's likely to come up. So I need to pull in just a little bit with my lower abs so that when I go back, my back is straight. The reason that's important is if it flares a little bit like this, when we actually add it together, your hip circle will look like this. Versus like this, which is a flat circle, it'll look like this, right? Then we don't want that. So we want the tailbone to be just a little bit. You don't have to cry, but just tucked in a little bit. So forward, and then when you go back, tuck in from here, forward, and back. And I recommend that you do as many of these as you need to feel comfortable, and don't move the upper body, right? So we're not doing like this. Yeah, I'm exaggerating. No one's doing that. But you want to keep the upper body in one spot, and it's your hips that are moving you forward and back. Okay, so do the side, 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 forward, back until you feel relatively comfortable with that. And then do it around the world. So we do it, this is my right, and then to the front, the left, and to the back. And then drill that, which we will not do right now because we don't have enough time, but do it articulately like that, where you're hitting all 4 points, right? Like north, south, east, west, except that we're doing like east, north, west, south. So you want to hit all of those points and don't cheat yourself. Otherwise your circle will be lopsided. So other side, front, side, and back. Remember to pull in, side, front, side, back. Pull in, side, front, side, back. Okay, so do as many of these as you need to do to feel comfortable. One side will feel more comfortable than the other. The teacher in me says that the side that doesn't feel quite as good is the one that you should do more, which everyone's always like, oh man, but that's how we're gonna even things out. Okay, so in the choreography, we do 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna step on that left foot. We go from back to front in order to turn. So turn and turn. Now, what I will say is, it looks easier, I think, than it feels.
So what we did before is that we did the around the world, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we hit all the points, but we connected all the dots. 1, 2, 3, 4. And as you're doing this, I want you to think about where your weight is. So where's your weight here? Correct, that is your right foot. As we come around here, where's your weight? Which foot? On the left, yeah. And the reason I want you to notice that is that just in place and keep your hip circle going, hit all of the points, all 4 points that we talked about. I want you to start to pick up your feet. That is the way that you're going to be able to turn yourself. So pick up those feet as you're moving side to side, because your weight is so far on one side that you will be able to pick up the other foot, right? Okay, so once you can do that in place, then you can take a step and then together, and then step and together, and step and together. So drill that, and let's go the other way, just in the interest of time. So if we do the other direction, and make sure your circle is very flat. My hip line, if you see here, there's no swivel, right? It's not moving, it's completely flat. So try to keep your hip circle as flat as possible. If it's not, then go back to the articulated, the front side, back side. So start to take steps in place. And we did do a whole class on this. So for those of you who are seeing this for the first time, if you're like, that's going by real fast, it is going by real fast. Okay. All right. And so from here, because you're already taking steps in place, take a step and a step. They're very small steps and a step. Again, because your hip has to go outside of the point of support. So the bigger your steps, especially at the beginning, the harder it's going to be for you when everything is really new. And don't cut yourself short by not hitting the 4 points, right? So you want to make sure you're still doing the front and the side and the back and the side just as big as you did them at the beginning when you weren't moving at all and you were just like stop and stop and stop. Now, obviously, if the music is fast, you're not going to be able to have as big of a diameter, but you still, even if it's fast, you still want to hit all the points. Otherwise, you're going to be lopsided, right? If you don't hit one of the points, it's going to be kind of chopped off at that part.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 2. So it's a half circle for every step. Half circle, half circle, half circle. So how we got there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And from here, we do the right hip goes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we use that to turn so we can go to the other side and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You gotta get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't think we turn to the side, but I have to hear the music. So that's how we use this. I think is a very common move because it's perfect for traveling, perfect for turning, right? It gets you to where you need to be. So again, that combination. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, circle. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if you want to be extra fancy, you can add a little shimmy on top. Of course, you can add a little shimmy on top of anything. But on top of this, if you want to add a little shimmy, and it's tricky because, you know, if you're used to having both feet flat on the floor, or at least if not flat on the floor, if you're used to having both legs, this one is kind of, you know, like, oh, my weight is shifting, right foot, left foot, it's, you know, where's my weight? So this is definitely very tricky. I just want to mention it because I know I have some people who are extra like me. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's very small. Most people won't even see it if they're at the back of, you know, if it's at a festival, if they're in the very back row, or if you're dancing in theater and they're like sitting in the middle of the theater, they may not even see it. But you know it's there. And sometimes the music goes, ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da, right? And so maybe you just feel like, okay, that matches the music a little bit more, right? But in the choreography, we're going to keep it smooth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,